La 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 la. La 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 la. We're live. Hello, everyone. Apologies for that intro. Simon here. I hope you are all well. And apologies that this Planet Coaster stream was not on Monday evening. I found myself busy at very, very short notice on a personal mission. So I thought, quick, get the March one in before the end of the month. Saved it to the last second. But thank you, everyone who wants to come and play some Planet Coaster Console Edition on PS4. Now, the idea with Planet Coaster live streams, I'm trying to get myself into a pattern that there'll at least be one every fortnight. One will be me building something terribly, as you'll all be used to by now. And the other one, probably towards the end of the month, will go through Frontier Workshop creations. I'm on the PlayStation 4, which locks me out of PS5 stuff. And yes, it's still not got a filter in the Frontier Workshop options. So I basically go through the workshop for the last few weeks, look at and find things that I think, scratchy chin, and then download it, and then we're going to have a rummage through. Be about 90 minutes to 2 hours or so, so grab yourself some snacks. If you're watching this on replay, you'll already know how long I've lasted. Also, excuse me, a bit of a kind of pre-warning. In the last couple of updates on the PS4 version, this game has got a bit buggy and crashy. So apologies if this live stream just zonks from out of nowhere. I'm doing it direct from my PS4, which means that it might go horribly wrong. So now I want to sort by newest. Thank you very much. Okay. Quick swig of the drink. And let's get going. So I downloaded quite a few parks actually that I thought were really, really good. I also got some individual coasters and also some buildings as well and scenery, which I found that I thought would be really useful for people to know so that they can pull out all of their like new fandangled stuff. So let's dive straight into the Lion King Park, which was the first one that I spotted. This came out about 3 days ago on the Frontier Workshop. So let's have a juicy old pour around, shall we? Apologies, you're going to see quite a bit of this loading screen where we dive in and out of lots of different parks. But yeah, anyway, I hope you've all had a wonderful March, or as best as possible. I've slowly gone insane, insaner, during lockdown. I think I've got pretty used to having my own company. God knows what will happen when we might have half back together in the same place. Oh, I liked that firework. Nice. Okay, let's pause this. For a sexual second. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so this is the Lion King. I've forgotten the person who made it. I will give you a shout out at the end. But I just love the theming of this. So it is all designed around like a singular coaster, and we will get on and ride it in a smidge. But yeah, the theming is superb. So we come through there, through our little, and we can spot those. Those are from the Haunted pack, I think. Oh, hello. Litter everywhere. Oh. There's me being thick, forgetting how everything works. Okay, rough. So we've got this excellent... How did they make that? Is that is just loads of stacking of the same... Yeah, okay. Of the same thing on top. And then that cool little snaky thing on top there. Bit of gulpy. Some fries. And where do you go to get into the actual thing? It's over here, isn't it? So we've still got some other rides going around here. But even here, I like the fact that it's got the kind of traditional desert African colours that you've got going on here for all of the theming. Really good, apart from that bit. Not quite sure what's happened there. But even then, it still blends really nicely into the way how all of the colour schemes work as you go around this park. So, super stuff. And then you've got the gigantic. Actually, no. You've got the underlined, and then you've got the actual like huge coaster going around the outside of it. So let's unpause and let's get onto here, and let's have a little chortle round, shall we? There we go. So this brings us into... Oh, for goodness sake, Simon. Apologies! I mean, the seat's lovely, but that's not really what I wanted to be on. Interest, front bumper, look forward. There we go. We're off. That's what I wanted. Okay, so we'll go around this first. But, yeah, superb theming going on. I'm a sucker for the Lion King anyway, so... Not the most exciting stats in the world. Oh, Meep meep! You would not catch me on one of those. Why we stopped. Very cool. I think it's because where you've got multiple places where you can get on and get off. That's why we're speeding up and slowing down, isn't it? Lots of people. There's a photo opportunity if ever there was one. Picked a good place to sit, girls and boys. That's around the back of the entrance with that massive waterfall. Really well done. I imagine getting that shape to be done for the lion would have been an absolute pain in the derriere. Not seen tons of action on those coasters though. We'll have to check and see that they actually work. I feel like this should have been filled with water. To like really tap this off as being like a stunny thing. Maybe that's because this is maxed out at 100% and that's why it's not loaded in. But it didn't show it in the preview pictures either. Oh, there's someone going up. Good luck. That looks horrifying. Meep, 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 meep. Love it. So there's a cute little one going on there. Okay, let's dive out from that. I think we've had a nice little troot around. Did that go all the way around in a circle? I think it did in the end. Okay, we've got a nice little log flume over here as well. Should we dive on the log flume? I do love a log flume. Where the hell are we? Uh-oh! Tons of theming going on there. It's quite compact as we go round. But again, this park is maxed out at 100% on the PS4, so I'm just thankful to be able to play it. What else have we got that's going on? I do like the way how they've put... I'm sure that's custom. Having the shops in those things there. Again, desert colours and themes going on. And I like the fact that it's like as if we're in a savannah going through the grass. Oh dear. Yeah, even the dodgems look really, really good on this as well. Hats off, creator. Let's try and see what we can... How the hell do we get on this ride? Oh, there it is. I'm ready. My body is ready, my bowels are not. Oh, good stats. Hello, Sloppy. How you doing, mate? Getting geared up for your first rides out and about? I saw your blog the other day. Was it yesterday? Ooh. Here comes the night time. Oh, I do like the fact that that Lion King firework kicks off. Can we go now? I wants to goes. I feel like we're about to. Yeah, come on, get on, get on, get on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I just know that as soon as I get off, it'll go. There we go. Ready for outside life, but anxious. Been so long since I've seen humans. I completely agree. So I went. Yeah, I'm feeling rough today, but I'm feeling generally better overall. Thank you. So I went shopping for the first time, not under the cloak of darkness. I've left all of my shopping until about 10 o'clock at night, most nights, and then I like sneak into Asda before it closes. And I went at 7:30. And I know they've just lifted some of the restrictions, but there was like gangs of about 20 and 30 kids all like having drinks and takeaways everywhere. And I did not feel comfortable in any way, shape or form. And everyone just seemed like they was taking the piss, to be honest. Which sucks for me because I've not actually seen anyone all year yet. So some of us have had to lock down and suffer a bit more than others who are taking the mick, it seems. Liking this. Okay, I would not be liking this now. Oh, daybreak. Oh, are we gonna make it? Come on, game. There we go. Nicely done. I approve of that ride. It's a good one. Let's dive out from that. And then what was the other ride that was here that looked horrific? Oh, there's two. What's in here? I feel like we need to go on this. Ah, and they've timed some pyrotechnics. There we go. Let's start from the beginning. Show. I don't like people at the best of times, but people are acting like idiots at the moment, like you said. Yes, exactly. But it'd be great to get back into fairs. 2 weeks off. Oh, you gym jams. I've tried to save all my holiday for May when I can actually be back with my other half, because I'm more like, yes. Going to be doing all kinds of catching up. Try and keep it PG. But oh, I like the rats. Very well done. You're right, missus. My only annoyance is that I'm worried that all it takes is for a few people to go a bit nuts, and then not even if it does anything, like technically, but then it just gives yet more excuse to use any kind of weird and wonderful footage for everyone to be like, back into lockdown, local lockdown, here we come, and all of that shit. And I just cannot be... Ooh, that was loud. Cannot be dealing with it anymore. This coaster is amazing. How is this park only 3 stars? People, you need to go onto the Frontier Workshop and sort this out. Oh, yes. How good is that? Hakuna Matata. Ba-bum-bum-ba-bum. So I last saw my other half in September. That's how long ago we've been apart. It's been absolutely horrific. It was a bit of circumstance that meant towards the end of last year that we were a bit stuck apart. Because he is uni-based, and so was kind of stuck there dealing with exams and dissertations. And because that was up north, he was basically stuck in a local lockdown, so I couldn't get in. And then as soon as that closed, I went into a local lockdown with Essex. So it was like, oh. So then he can get to me. And then we all went into lockdown together. So it's just been shit. I went to Portsmouth for 6 days. New camera. Oh, I saw you doing your little vlog with showing off the new kit. Some of that looks proper gorgeous. I am jelly. So yeah, Lion King Park gets an absolute thumbs up from me. That is a stunning park. So we will give the creator's name out just so that you can get that on the Frontier Workshop and enjoy it. Works for PS4 and PS5. You said there was a little bit of lag there, but it's because it's bang on 100%. Especially now that they've ripped out that rule where you could keep on saving a whole park at 100% as a ride and then try and get around it. So that park was newest. Oh, it's moved. Oh, it doesn't even tell you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Whoever, it's called the Lion King Park. That's all you need to know. Go grab, go grab. Right. Next up was... What else did I want to show? Oh, War of the Worlds, the ride. So this is a ride as a park. PlayStation Plus games for April are good. Yes, they are. Remember, today's the last day, if you don't already have it, to download Ratchet and Clank for free as part of the Games at Home initiative. Great game. I bought it a couple of years ago. Do not regret it. I love Abe, so I'll be grabbing that Abe game with both hands, and I'd not bought Days Gone either. It's the kind of game where I was like, oh, that looks quite cool, but I wouldn't necessarily buy it. So that is exactly what PS Plus for me is all about. Is getting those types of things. Excuse me, I've just realised I've left my PC on like a nitwit. Hang on. This serves me right doing actual homework from my home PC. Actual work from my home PC. Right, back on. Sorry about that. Yes, love Abe. Abe. Hello. That's all I can remember from the Abe games. Okay, so this is the War of the Worlds thing. So what pulled me into this? They look like... if anyone's seen Tremors... Tremors 2, where the worms grow fire arses. Reminded me of that. Okay. We're on. Front bumper. Take a while for us to get going on it. I don't play homework. I can't build anything. I struggle so much. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm starting to see, and I'll pull up some stuff later on in the stream, where people are starting to make much more easier like buildings and things to make things look nicer. Like I stumbled across, someone uploaded literally yesterday like a really nice locker area, and someone's uploaded car parks and things like that, and it's just things that I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even think of those, and they would be really, really good little assets to have, so that you can just drop them down. It's just you have to sort through quite a lot to, or know what you're looking for to get to it. So we've gone through Tom Hanks running through the stuff here. We've stopped. Have we got some cinematics? Nope, we're off. HMS Thunderchild. Ouch! Bit nuts with the grass, and I think that was it for the actual thing itself, but I liked the way how it was all put together. So that was that ride. Yeah, that's that going around. So that comes up to about 20 odd %. What I also like as well with this, if I just dive in, is because it is all just that ride, but the fact that you've got all of this extra stuff that you can kind of walk around on, so it's as if like the little pod egg is hiding underneath there that you can walk through. Someone has gone absolutely horrific with making a maze there for something for you to get through. Nice little picnic area of deaded areas of things and carnage for where the War of the Worlds has happened. I just really like the way how it was all kind of put together. So, and a fairy ride for the kiddies over in the corner that made no sense to me whatsoever. But yeah, there we go. So that is the War of the Worlds. It is a ride, but it's been uploaded as a park for PS4 and 5. Any luck with a PS5? I've not been looking, to be honest. I've not been looking either. There is nothing on PlayStation 5 that I actually want. Well, there's nothing at all. It's all PS4 games coming over. Plus, I've got a absolutely massive PS3 and PlayStation Vita digital catalogue. And when they were saying that they were closing down those stores, I was like, if you take away the ability for me to be able to re-download content, because my PS3 especially, the hard drive that I've put in there to upgrade to try and get my games on, likes to reformat itself about once every 18 months. And I'm like, no! And I'd have lost hundreds of games. So I wanted to make sure that they weren't going to fuck me over with that first before doing anything. So, yes. I'm glad that they haven't done anything with that. Willow Heights we've seen before, but that was updated. We might come to that later. I want to focus on new stuff that's come out this month. So no, I'm not interested in the PS5 at all. There needs to be some actual games on it first. And actual games that make me understand why a PS5 is so much better, apart from quicker loading times, if that makes sense. Yeah. That's why I hate digital guys, not really yours, are they? No, completely true. And I was gonna do a video on it actually, because part of the things that I want to start doing with this channel is to kind of digital catalogue games, so that there's like a little bit of something for everything. Because I've still got my ZX Spectrum, I've got my Mega Drive, I've got my Master System. My Commodore 64 sadly died a horrible death, and I've never replaced it. But I've still got, like, my ZX Spectrum. I've got hundreds of cassettes. They all still work, and it seems weird that I can boot up games from 1982, yet I'm not allowed to own and keep my game from 2014. It feels odd, and I feel like the conversation isn't being had properly. So, when I've got some time, it's going to be one of my stompy. Let's make a difference. Because I've reached out to a few people who are in different places in the gaming industry, but not just that. Also on like policy making and decision making around. Because you've got one thing, as a consumer, you're being absolutely screwed over, especially when it's... sorry, I will go into this properly in a second, but I'm on a rant now. From a consumer's perspective, you're being absolutely screwed over, and it's like I'm paying to own something, but really it's a subscription service, which is not correct. But B, the company then has it both ways, because... if you're a company that goes completely under, and Desera is a good example of this. They were an indie digital version of Steam. The company went under because it couldn't afford to keep up everything that it was doing, and is supposedly now been bought out, and is for like the last 2 years it's all been like, oh, we've got a new store coming soon. I doubt it'll ever happen. But when it went under, you had all of the games installed on your PC, so you could kind of still open most of those games, so long as you had them downloaded at the time. But the company's gone, so that's a bit of a different story. And all of the indie gamers were basically saying, if you bought the game on that platform, let us know, and we'll just send you a Steam code. But you'd have none of that backup in a PlayStation or an Xbox or a Nintendo Wii when that store closed as well. It's just, you're at the whim, and I feel like that is not right. Anyway, soapbox. I'll save that for another day. So this is the Stargate Command. There isn't anything else massive here, I think. I don't even think there's a... We'll have a look and see if there is actually a... Is there a ride? Let's put it into test. Didn't think there actually was a ride, but we'll give it a go. I like the Planet Coaster bits in it. Oh, yes. PS2 is my favourite console, still. Oh, wow. Don't mention that F word in the chat, Slothy. No Fortnite in this place. Yeah. And the problem is that so many companies are now like, we've launched an online-only experience. It's like Fortnite, but with, I don't know, grenades that turn into pigs that can also fart fire, and at the same time provide you with, oh, I don't know. You can make it whatever gender fluid sexual orientation you'd like it to be and name it, but you can only unlock all of those things through microtransactions. What? And so everyone chases that one kind of big dream, and then you invest in it, and then after 10 minutes they realise that actually they've only got like 1,000 player base, which for a normal smaller game would be fine because you'd be able to manage that for a while. But then, oh, we didn't invest in a single player offline experience, we'll shut down the game and take it away from you. But thanks for playing. By the way, microtransaction skins, please. Gaming, I feel like, is going to... Music had it in the mid-2000s. Film is kind of having it now, or will have it very shortly again, and it's where it's screwed over its audience so much through milking the consumer dry that it's a few moves away from someone radically changing everything, so that then the art form becomes no longer valued, and then no one will pay £40 for a game ever, because like people don't buy albums largely anymore. I'm a huge music collector, so I still do, but I'm aware I'm in the minority, and that's because music was being milked so dry. Everyone went, fuck it, let's pirate it, and then it became a no one will buy anything, we need to radicalise it. Someone comes up with streaming. Let's not pay artists any money for it, therefore music becomes free, no one pays for it anymore. It's a vicious cycle, you just go round and round and round and round and round. Sorry, I bang on about this all the time. I spent thousands of pounds on it. 3k, oh my god! Ooh. Yeah. And gaming is going to be a Netflix model, and my worry with that... This ride is stunning, by the way. My worry with that is that games will come and go, you won't find new gems, indie creators will not be supported in any way, shape or form, and so you'll just have, like... You won't be able to find a truly new experience or an experimental experience, because no platform would then buy that game to take it on, to put it in a subscription service to maintain its user base. So it worries me. And I find it weird that I speak a lot with game creators, and it's a real, like, 70% of people, of game creators, want to be able to sell their product and maintain their own player base, but there's an increasingly growing percentage of game creators who just say, you know what, we're already dead in the water, just put us on a subscription service and we'll take our pennies. But that fundamentally makes everything wrong, in my opinion. I didn't mean to exit out of that, but that is an amazing ride. Well done. Again, 100% used. Less care goes into the games. Pumped out like cod and shit. Yes, agreed. I do think early access has got a lot to answer for. Sonic 2. Multiplayer. Did Sonic 2 have multiplayer time trials, or was that Sonic 3? I can't remember. I just remember being horrible to Tails a lot. Those soundtracks still hold their own today as well. Okay, so that was Stargate Command. That came out very recently. Let's dive into the Asia Park next. And the person who I think who's made this Asia Park has also put up every single item as an individual building for you to download. And I'll showcase that because I'll drop them in, because they've made some really excellent pagodas and like Asian shops and like Chinese tea houses and things like that. So if you like the look of anything that's in this park, it is all available separately as well, which is great. Sonic is a hard game. It is. And actually, really good case in point, actually. So they did Sonic 4, but they released it as Sonic 4 Part 1 and Sonic 4 Part 2. I can't speak. That just screams, what have we done to modern gaming altogether? Yeah. So yeah, early access, it's got a lot of transfer. Same with bugs and patches. In some ways, I'm like, yay, bugs and patches. Patches are a great thing, but that shouldn't mean that you then just release a game whether it's finished or not in a certain state. I think it's terrible. So this is Asia Park. Yokoso. Sonic 4 actually is really decent. I approve. I tell you what's also really good. Sonic and Sega All-Star Transformed Racing. That is my favourite kart racing game of all time, and I know that will be heresy to a lot of people, but I thought it was absolutely fucking amazing. The most recent Sonic Team Racing, no, not as good, but still competent. So yeah, so all of these pagodas, they're hand put together, and as you can see, they've got arcades and stuff inside. A little monkey. So you can download all of these things individually, and they'll come with like, you can then drop whatever shop you want into and stuff like that. I like the clothing bit there for the gift shop. You've got, can't control it to save my life. So I think that dragon is a standard thing, but then see, we saw that's how the Lion King Park got its massive fountain. It stacked loads of those on top of each other. Right, okay. It's all making sense to me now. Then we've also got the Sugar Emporium. Oh, give me high res. Give me high res, please. Crash Team Racing is good but hard. Cyberpunk was a cluster, I agree. I knew that was going to be wonky as well, because being a content creator, I hadn't chased it because it wasn't. I knew that they wouldn't be like, "Oh, let's go and give someone with 7,000 subs a free code for that game." Nope. Chow mein chow. Does that mean you're going to chow down on the chow mein? But I always get a suspect of games where there is an embargo until either after the game is launched. That always worries me. And also, this pagoda is amazing. So this is available as a separate download as a building as well, by the way. This toilet. So well done. And let me just zoom on in. Oh, hi. Do. I love that they've gone to that level of detail. And music when you're in. Oh, if I had the patience to do something like that. My main thing that I'm going to be learning later on this year is Dreams for PS4. I so want to be making stuff on that properly. Do I get free codes? Yes, I do. But I choose who I get free codes with depending on where I go and who I speak to. So there are some publishers who I have stuff with, like agreements with. There's also a couple of websites that I use. Keymailer.co is one, and Woovit is the other one. And the idea behind both of those is that it's to also safeguard not just you, but the publisher. So it gives the publisher stats on what are your average video counts, what you've done beforehand, and also what you request and how many of them you actually clear. Woovit works much better than Keymailer, in my personal opinion, but Keymailer has been around longer, so it's much more widely known and accepted and used by publishers. So if you're interested in getting free game codes, so long as you review, because if you don't review, it shows that you don't review it, and then no one will give you anything. But I get more requests through speaking with publishers directly, and publishers coming to me. My channel is the very definition of slow burn. So people might only be like, well, you've only got 20 views on a review now. But my videos slowly gain views over time. And so, like a really good case in point would be all of the PS4 Playlink games. Some of those reviews now have got, say, 15, 20,000 views. But on the first week of launch, they had about 25. So yeah, it depends on who you're working with and if they want to use you and why they want to use you. If they're looking for views, they won't come to me. If they're looking for quotables, then that's much more my kind of thing. Biggest game code I've got. I'm all about the indies. And that's kind of why this channel was born. So I do the same for music as well. I run higherplanemusic.com as well as Higherplane Games, and the idea basically is to promote new games so that people, or niche games, so that people that are looking for an experience that's new and slightly different to what you'd hear elsewhere would come here and find that. But that's very difficult to market. Don't worry, Even. We're riding the coaster. I didn't spot the coaster until halfway through. Apologies if people aren't interested in the general chat. I'm normally a bit more on the game, but chatting away. I'm loving this Asia park, though. So all of this stuff, I didn't see the coaster on the park separately, but all of those buildings have been uploaded separately. But yeah, the idea is that you come to this channel to find new stuff. You don't come here to see same old. But that's quite a difficult concept to market unless you like scream at everyone that this new pixel platformer is the new GTA, motherfuckers, whoa! All caps, neon thumbnails, and that's just not me. So, slow burn. Biggest game codes that I get, probably the Formula 1 games. Quite a lot of racing games I get codes for because I don't just write about them here, I write about them elsewhere. This is like my passion project, but it's probably the one that gets the smallest reach. I'm loving that entry. How do people build such good park, like ride entrances and exits? That would take me forever and a day. So good. So yeah, so this is Asia Park. Out now. Someone's left. That's good that they've left some of their things there that you can kind of copy and paste if you wanted to, but all of this is available elsewhere. Oh, I'm loving even the Zen garden look. Yeah, this has been easily one of my favourite parks that I've found this month. Go grab. Is that something there that we've got? Should we ride this as well? Is that even turned on? No, it's not. It's closed. Let's open. Let's go on Choppers Creek. What a name. One trophy away from the plat. Funny enough, we're on the same trophy for Dirt 5. I've given up on Dirt 5 for the time being. VV and Owen. I used to have a very good relationship with Codemasters actually, but I think they used to get a bit upset with the fact that back when Failcasts, the thing that I did with me and Ben, used to get several hundred views into the 1,000 views per episode, as opposed to like the 20 that we get now. I'll put us in test mode. Hang on, because I've just realised there's no one actually in the bloody park, is there? There we go. Codemasters, I think, have got a little bit snotty with me because they didn't give me a code for F1 2019, and I was buying F1 2020 anyway. So, wah, wah. Hello, Pip Plipcam. How are you doing? Hope you are well. Oh, I love it when someone does a scenic log flume, because it gives you enough time to really enjoy all of the scenery and how vibrant it is. Loving the waterfall effect as well. I know that looks a bit weird, but I love what they've tried to do with it. Oh, you get to see the temple. Go on. Squirt me in the face, she said. I like the fact you get to see everyone else coasting down as well. Ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh, I'm liking the dragons. Very good. And look at that's detail. There's a path there for safety and rescue. Clap, clap. Oh, I like that. And the fact that they've put in sound effects for it as well. Ah. I followed this creator. I'm so... Everything that they've put out has been superb. Remain seated. Hello, sailor, trying to see Mama. Hello, Mr. Ben. Superb. How are you doing, Pip Pip, old fella? Do love a good log flame. And that is us back to the beginning. So yeah, Asia Park, easily one of my favourites of the lot. And actually, whilst we're here, because I think I've downloaded it, let me dive into rides, because I know a few of you prefer the actual rides here. So we've got let me just do a filter. Where does it go? Was it this one? No. I'll find it. Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe it's not downloaded. So someone had basically put. Is it that? No. Sorry. So this same creator has made the teacups, but put it inside that. Ah, come on. It's inside one of those and it just fits really, really nicely. So it is on the Frontier Workshop. Go grab. Okay, I've gushed about that park more than enough. Let's dive on. How is this on console? Limited in terms of what you can actually get on into a park, especially on PS4 compared to PS5. But it actually, although it limits what you can do, it actually runs generally really, really well. But it's definitely a lesser experience. So I know your PC might make a potato of it, but if you were looking at getting a PC that can make chips of dem potatoes, then I reckon that's the way to go. So that was Asia Park. What was next that I wanted to take a look at? Baron 1898. So this is another park that is just a giant ride. There's a new animal park coming out for Planet Zoo now, isn't there? South Asia, I think. Remember there being a tapir in there. Still hoping to catch a PS5. That sounds like a miracle. Oh! Streaks of the mirror, magical unicorn at the speed of sound. Dat rainbow dough. Hope the Frontier F1 Manager game is on console too. I believe it's going to be, but then I think you told me that. So I'm relying on you, brother. Okay, so this is the 1898 park, which is actually 2 rides, not 1. I mean, okay, we'll go with it. But yeah, the whole point of this was that it's dueling. Can we get on before it goes anywhere? High five! Dizzy, dizzy. So I believe this is these are real coasters, which is why it's been put like that. I feel like they should go out. They're going in opposite directions, which is what throws me off. But at least they do overlook each other. Lots of good alpinery. Is that a thing? It is now. Someone's gone a bit nuts with the path. But I like it. And then in here... Now, if I remember on the notes... Road broken down? So, let's pop it into test. And go, go, go. Yeehaw. How you doing? Oh, are you gonna hold me? No! Uh-oh! Spank on the head. The engine sound of that coaster sounds really ominous. Like it's about to take over your soul. Okay. So that was that. I quite like the fact that they, I believe, are real coasters. Or that's what it's implied in the notes that's on the Frontier Workshop. I will stand corrected. What's next in our little list of goodies? I've got quite a few to show. It was me rampaging on earlier and moaning about the state of the gaming industry. It's thrown me back. Okay, newest. So done Stargate. We've not done Redwood, but because it's a work in progress, I might come back to that. That was it. It was Baron 1898 that we were just looking at. That was those two, wasn't it? Okay, so we're going to load Westworld, which hits the PS4 build limit. We love a 100% max out on this channel. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, wow, 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 wow. Come on. There we go. Many guests are thirsty. They've not been single on their own for as long as I have. Okay, so this is 100%. You can see it's kind of struggling around a little bit. Wow. Someone's made a mud pie. Is that what's cost most of the 100%? That's newts. That's Newt Newts. I like the way how that then looks like clay underneath as well. Okay, so this was a fab use of the Wild West theming. Horse repair. Sheriff. I like how higgledy-piggledy it all is on top of each other as well. It's a great use of verticality. Round up, partner. Old-time slushy. That sounds like someone who's been around the block a few too many times. Great little picnic area there. Ah, sad texture. They've made him look like he's like a vegan burger that's not really been cooked properly. I like that that's stuck inside the wooden coaster. That wooden coaster looks horrifying. We need to go on it now. Donde Esther. Oh, perfect. Just in time. Oh, we're going to get next to Little Miss Blue Rinse. Yes, please. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're Chatty Cathy. Oh, we're straight in. I do like it when you get to see the path. Uh-oh. Sod that. Ooh, juicy. Like that. What was the stats on that? Because that looked like there was some pretty harsh turns. Oh, not too bad. I thought that would be way worse. Okay, what else we got? Got another... Oh, we got a rubber dinghy. Oh, complete with... I do like that. Very nicely done. If you haven't come off that ride absolutely soaked, something's gone wrong somewhere. And is that a little choo-choo train? This looks like a kiddie one. I think that just takes us round and round. Yeah, it does. And a little thing through the trees. We're going to arrive there. Ah, we're going under. I'm assuming we'll pop out somewhere. But yeah, anyway, I was really impressed with this. Really great use of the Wild West theme. Lots of good water effects in here as well. I can see where some of the bits that they've got, how they've kind of merged them all together, which I always find really, really helpful. Is that another? Yeah, that's another train ride, isn't it? Diving on. Less sickly, this one. Let's dive on and do this one as well. Uh-oh! I like the gun sound. Oh, going up. Going down. Right in front of the queue. Nice. Really well done, that park. And I just spotted something else that I've also... Is that no, it's not. Okay, I've also downloaded... someone's uploaded that shark as a shop front for you to then stick your own shops inside, which is quite cool. So yeah, that park is pretty damn fantastic. So let's dive out from that. On to the next one. I know some people like me to build things, but as I'm pretty crap, it's better to show some other people's creations that are much better than mine. Okay, I think there was one other park that I wanted to take a look at before I then show you some of the individual things that I've downloaded as well. Pedal Park did look good, but that wasn't the one I wanted to show. Or I might still show it. Oh, actually there's quite a few. I might have to do an overtime episode. So this is another park that is getting around the whole build limit of a park by making their entire park a ride. I do quite enjoy these though, because you can really be creative and make an epic experience. Oh, meow, 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 meow. Wow, 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 wow. Space Adventure, A Fistful of Herbs. What's that noise all about? Oh. So what had confused me with this is that they've hidden the path. So it's like a proper experience. And like, look at how cool it was all put together. So it's like you're going through the NASA control room. Excellent use of the music, of the theme tune. And then cinematic. So good. Da, 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 da. Airlock. Bridge. Oh, I love that. Like a proper airlock. So good. Hey, Capt. Oh, smash. Reverse a bit. Love it. This reminds me of Space Mountain. Oh, not anymore. Uh-oh. Oh, very good. Oh! Oh, wow. Oh, I love that this implies that we're now like in a rover. Or not. Oh, cool. Oh, amazing. That's proper cool. Splat. Superb. Didn't even need my sound effects on that one. Oh, wow. How did they manage to do that? That has genuinely intrigued me. Oh, very good. Wow. That is genuinely stunning. Was that? No, yeah, 98% settings. I think that is probably one of the most impressive coasters that I've seen on Planet Coaster, at least console edition. Wow. Thumb that up. Well, I don't think we're going to get a better park than that. So let me dive into some of the individual creations that I wanted to showcase for the month of March. I wonder what this actually is that I've loaded. I appear to have just loaded. I need to get back into story mode with this. Finish that off, get my trophies, get my platinum. Bum 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 ba 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 ba. Oh, it's just loaded up the agent. Ah, that's not really what I wanted. Sorry, exit, exit. I'll just do a fresh so that we've got enough room to lay down all of the extras that I plopped down. Just gonna go on for a wee bit longer this stream, if you don't mind. This is new. Oh, I love that you can do all of that now. I won't muck anything up just in case. We'll stick with Alpine. Okay, so let's dive in and take a look at some of the coasters and objects that we have downloaded from this month, just so that you can see all of the interesting things that are not park specific. So everything that you've seen beforehand, obviously we was just downloading individual parks that people had uploaded. Now let's dive into, and I shall pause it just for ease, all of the individual things. So filters, source, Frontier Workshop, please. So the first things that I wanted to kind of show was, and there was several different versions of it, but I really liked the fact that someone has sat and made a car park, but that also what they've then done afterwards. So you can download this car park, let me just back out from that, completely separately, which is good because there was like no car park anywhere for you to play with, or even to like pretend to sanction some of that out. But what they've then done is put in 2 rides here separately. So what you can do, you can download the car park separately and the 2 rides separately. But what I've done is I've kind of done the whole thing as a set. So that just lets you drive around, meep meep on the cars in the auto section. Takes you in through there. Nicely done. And then you've got the auto spin over here for you to go around the little Minnie Mouse kind of side of things there. Again, going through the auto and some good little theming on the inside of the building, which is proper cool. Also liking the like retro. Jim Sloughy's not here, he'd like that kind of stuff. So that we can muck about with that. But yeah, really like the fact that that exists, really. 13% though, so just, sorry, 11% that takes up. So worthwhile knowing. Even more chunky, and it will take a while to pull in, I think, is this indoor go-kart centre. So 34k, so it's a chunky. Now let's dive in here. So there is a lot to love about this indoor kart track. So firstly, it's a me, a Mario, a Luigi. I'm loving that, but it's just the whole theming. I've only been to a couple of indoor go-kart tracks myself, and you can see I've put it slightly above where it should be, but go with me. But yeah, you've got the whole kind of indoor chill out, looking around and being able to oversee the park. As always, you've got things like indoor ice hockey to muck about with, some machines for your coffee and your stuff whilst you watch the races. Oh, can't even stay within the fucking thing. Sorry. There we go. Little places for you to take a little viewpoint, and even like a pretend kind of pit lane. So yeah, really like this. In fact, we're going to go on and we'll have a go. Oh. Someone spun. Must be me. Those Marios and Luigis are so comical. And you do get to go outside for a little bit. Say hello to the fans. We will have this win around the back of Mario and Luigi. And back across the line again. Nicely done. So yeah, really, really like that. And the fact that it's got like a whole thing. So when you, if you use this, obviously put it at the right height. Don't do a me. But line it up so that, like, obviously the door's open and then you can come in and have like a real good rummage around with it. Love, love, love. So let's reduce that big chunk on your resource though, but never mind. And the next thing I wanted to show was this Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Now, we've been on this before, but it has been updated since I last showed this in... I think I showed it in like a maybe January or December's one. So we'll just take a quick rummage around just so that you can see what it's like, because that was a while. And you'll be able to see much more detail going on throughout the ride. They've clearly been enjoying the smoke effects, I think is one of the big things that has changed this time round. But also, this wasn't nearly as so enclosed. All of this hang down vines weren't necessarily there. This was all here before though. But even then, it's... the level of detail has just grown up with all of the extra little NPCs on. This wasn't all necessarily here either. One on up. Oh, they stop as you go past. Yeah, there we are. that is the Pirates of the Caribbean ride updated. Really impressed with that. Notice the leak though, that we've now gone up to 3%. This is something that I've noticed in other things that I've been doing. I can undo several things, but it's like it's preloaded into the memory now, so it's now taking up a percentage, which I feel is a bit naughty. Okay, then on to the smaller rides. So, not that, not that, not that. Whirligig Pirate, had I done? No, we've done that one before. Tomb Raider, that was a new one. So I liked this because it's a complex of actual rides all together, but you've got like the ability to be able to put some kind of path that comes through there that stays out right in front of this excellent little thing. I like the fact that they've put like a lava-y sound to go underneath what you're doing. Little skull mask on the back there, looking good. In fact, let's pop that into test. But also the actual like getting to the ride, you can really try and make it so that you've got different ways and means of going about doing stuff. Really clever. I feel like you'd want to be in the middle on that ride and not at the ends, if you wanted to keep your stomach. Very cool though. Very, very cool. Okay, next one up was Tower Terror 3 Up. So I thought I'd already done a Tower of Terror, but this was recently uploaded. So I think someone's then probably redone it again, or they've improved it or something. But I really like the way how this feels like a knackered out version as you go through it. I really like that. So if I dive in, again, excuse the fact that I'm being ham-fisted. Ride, please. Down 2. Up we go. Are we going up now? Or was that it? Oh, okay. I suppose that is 1 and then that is 2 and then that is 3. I feel like that didn't quite go to plan, but never mind. So that was that, which I thought was quite good. The Warriors movie rides. So you have to have seen the film Warriors to appreciate what this was trying to do. But you've got the Wonder Wheel and then the Warriors coaster there. So outside of like what they've done is they've made a replica of what's actually in the film. It's, I mean, there is some theming inside here with the way how it's all kind of pulled together. Let me get inside. Sorry. Like that. But outside of that, it is a standard, albeit actually nice footprint of a coaster, but you get it with that Ferris wheel next to it. But I just liked the fact that someone was like, here's a thing. Now, here's my comedy placement for the day. I thought this was hilarious. Who made this? It's so good. I love it. So, all hail Marge and Homer. Look at all of those. Creepy much. Little thing there, you could probably do it so that you get drenched on the way you're not out, or go next to it depending on how horrible you feel. Let's dive in and actually have a go on the... I'm intrigued to see how much Homie and Marge we get. Quite a bit, it seems. So that isn't one that... Oh, no, it does go off on a tangent. Sorry, my bad. Get back on board. Homie! Bye! Don't. Very cool. I approve of that. So that is my most fun discovery so far this month. What was next? Oh, that was the other Tower of Terror. That's why, and then the Indulgo cart. I knew I'd downloaded one before. Okay, and then I wanted to... Here we go. So I was mentioning some of these earlier, but some of the things I don't think kind of stood out. So first one up, someone's made a pinball machine that can go into your arcade. I quite like that. Someone's also made a fish shack. Fish and chips, obviously. But I did like the fact that they had put that into there. I think this is from a previous one. But I just like the fact that there was an Illuminati, complete with something going up higher. Okay. So here we've got the stuff from the Asian place that we was visiting earlier. So we've got Japanese snacks. The Bonsai restaurant, which is absolutely stunning. All of the different things inside. Sadly, no place to sit, but can't have it all. China snacks. that was the chow mein shop that we saw earlier. And then the same, I'm pretty sure it was the same person. Then also done. Let me try and actually get it down on the right level. So they've made like a proper like French pavilion restaurant, which I really like the look of it. Plus the music. But what I'd also liked with this... let me get him. Now, I don't think we're going to get tons of punters in there, but I do like the fact that it's window dressed. Not all the way round, you can see like of how it's all done, but it enough make a difference when you've dressed something inside. Really well done. And here was the Japanese tea house version as well. Which I also really liked. I also like the fact that it's not, specifically with these two, that they aren't squares. It gives a bit more life and flow and character to things. Now, I think if I quickly switch to scenery, it's done it for me, great. Oh, it's not done it for me. More filters. Frontier Workshop only, please. Okay, and then the next kind of thing that I wanted to show was someone's uploaded a selection of colonial buildings, which I thought looked kind of really nice and pastel. So you've got a couple of different houses. Obviously your mileage for the steps will apply, or it's not quite pulled in all of the windows there for that one. But even if you just look at it from this side, actually I think that's a really good find. Colonial House 1. This was the townhouse version. Which again, just really nicely put together. I'm a sucker for things that have got like crawling planties all over. Where was... That might be it. I thought there was one more. There we go, colonial shops. So again, you've got these facades here to put the shops in if you want, but it was just a nice longer building for you to be able to do. And I think putting those all together would make a really nice row. I think that was it for the colonial stuff. Yeah. Moving on. A little Mexican train station. Quite like that. Get rid of all of this stuff again. There you go, all the way back up. Okay, so we've done the colonial buildings. I'm sure we've done this Solace Garden before. Yeah, we have. My bad. Apologies. Colonial house. Presidential blimp. That did make me giggle, but also have some kind of nightmare. Extraterrestrial. Stop. I like the foreboding sound effects. And also, I really like the fact that it's got the controller rumbling. Next up. Initially, I thought this was supposed to be Warhorse, but it's Troy and the horse, isn't it? Troy's horse. Set it on fire. Fish. Next up, someone uploaded a nice little windmill that actually rotates around and does stuff today, so that's good. Thank you very much to that creator. Just skipping through ones I know I've shown in previous ones. 3-story pagoda, that was the other thing from the workshop. So that's the final one from the Asian gardens. Looking good with that beautiful sunset as well. I almost feel like I want to pause and keep that there because I think that will work nicely. Okay. Next up. We all need a skeleton wrestling playset. I do like the fact that there are lights kind of going down here. But yeah, I just found this really, really cute and fun. Very good. And then someone had put like all of the different moves and things outside. Now you could, in theory, I suppose, rearrange quite a lot of these into whatever positions or whatever it is that you want to do to try and like create your own little montage. But I quite like it as a skeleton army, I think, as well. That would work really nicely with. Oh. Thai temple. I have a feeling we might have seen that one elsewhere, but I do love that Thai temple. Very cool. Apologies if I've put that in a previous stream. It's not downloaded properly, but someone had uploaded, and I'll find it on the store at the end, but someone's uploaded like a locker room area for people, which I thought was super good. Okay. Next up, I'm going to have to come out of pause for this, is this steampunk coaster. Which I'm glad we're going to see in the dark. Call it a train if I go. So yeah, really tiny little poster, but a really tiny footprint, which is what I really liked on that as well. Seems to have pulled in all of those different lights with them, but yeah, really, really good little addition to the workshop. Next up was it the Cyberpunk Mega Coaster? I think it was. No, we've seen that before. Apologies. There it is, sorry. Blue Fire Mega Coaster. So this is a recent one that has just come out yesterday. Again, you know I'm a sucker for anything that has any kind of interior stuff. So that's why this one interested me. Although it does have some work to be done. Very good. There we go. So again, very, very simple. That's simple coaster. It's got a relatively small footprint for what it does. And then this was new as well. Now it said, I'm pretty sure it said that it had to be launched. It only works in test mode. So let me just... hang on. No, it is the same one. Apologies. Let me just close that and reopen it and we'll get on it and have a go again. No. There we go. I'm assuming by the time we hit yellow, yeah, so then by the time we hit yellow it will then sync up with the white one. There we go. Hi Tabiki. Oh, it's keeping up, it's keeping up. Oh, ooh. Like that. Very good. Very good. This is so B. Well, you can choose another letter if you'd really like. And then the last thing that I wanted to kind of go through on these rides from the workshop was I don't feel like that's pulled everything through, but we'll give it a go. So this was called Oblivion, which made me think, is this Oblivion from Alton Towers? Because I did download a park that was doing stuff from Alton Towers, but it works for the PS5 only, so... I bet they've left a... I hate it when randoms come into the stream and then just like, oh, what the fuck's this? It's not Fortnite. Thumbs down. Fuck off. Stay in your own lane as I stay in mine. Thank you. Grumpy Simon. 3 months of not speaking to a human being. Starting to go nuts. Don't look down. Yeah, it's Oblivion. So I kind of like that. It's just, it's very, I feel like if that is how Oblivion actually really is in real life, then we need to, needs a bit of a uptake, or an update rather. And we've done that one before. My apologies. Cool, right. Create. Is there more stuff on here? No. That's going to annoy me now. Was there anything else? Sorry, I'm just having a quick think before. Nemesis Inferno. That's what I was looking at. So this implied that it was the Nemesis Inferno that we've got at Alton Towers. But I've never been on it to know if this is true. So this was uploaded last week. So yeah, if anyone knows if that is actually the Nemesis Inferno ride for real, please leave a comment and let me know. And then this was another one that I had downloaded as well, called Rage in German. I really like the colouring of this and the kind of theming of it. Obviously you drop it into some kind of neon park for it to work nicely, but at least you'll still be able to get the idea of this ride. In general. Ooh. It's the hang time. That was very short. Mind you, it's a very, very tiny footprint though, so that's really good if you're in a bind. I would say actually what this has done, that was what I wanted to finish on, the crematorium. Thank you. Oh, there you can see the auto spin that I was showing earlier, just as its own little mini ride. Okay, so let's finish off with the crematorium, which was the last thing that I wanted to show before signing off, and then I think we're good to go. I've not played this one, but it implied that we were going to go for some toasty adventures. Oh. Like, it's called the crematorium. There's some decent like chiming and stuff. I really thought that that was going to be like pouring out with flames everywhere. It was just at the top. I'm slightly underwhelmed with that one. Boo! Still done a better job than I would, so I cannot complain really. Okay, so that was pretty much everything that I wanted to show this month on Planet Coaster. I hope everyone has a wonderful Easter, and I will be back in the middle of April with some more Planet Coastery thingamybobs, no doubt at some point in the future. So you guys will take care, and happy gaming. Bye for now.